5 million Kenyan shillings will not be blacklisted at the CRB, while those already blacklisted will be dropped in a bid to cushion business recovering from COVID-19 hardships. David Kasembili has more on the report.
Will for loans less than 5 million effect a moratorium of listings in CRBs for a period of 12 months to the end of September 2022. And further, borrowers with loans below 5 million and below listed on the CRB from October 2020 to date will not have that listing incorporated in their credit reports for the next 12 months ending September 2022.
President Uhuru Kenyatta yesterday announced the suspension of CRB listing for loans that were defaulted from last October, and the relief from blacklisting will last to September next year. The CRB listing relief is part of a stimulus package to cushion distressed businesses and families from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, which have hit consumer demand and forced businesses to shed jobs and cut back their operations. Borrowers reported to one Kenya's three credit bureaus jeopardized their chances of being able to borrow more. During his speech, President Kenyatta said yesterday that the relevant authorities will effect a moratorium listing of CRBs for loans less than 5 million Kenyan shillings for a period of 12 months to the end of September 2022. President Uhuru ordered slams the brake on banks, SACCOs and microfinance firms, which have since June been allowed to resume free provision of negative credit information to the three CRBs. The suspension is the second since Kenya reported the first case of the COVID-19 disease last year, as the state moves to protect households and businesses from being locked out of credit. The Central Bank of Kenya had given a 6-month suspension of CRB listing in April last year as part of the measures to cushion borrowers hit by the pandemic. The moratorium lapsed in October, allowing financial institutions to start sending names to defaulters to the bureaus. Lenders, however, offered defaulters 90 days from October 1st to start repaying their loans or get listed with CRBs.
Yes, amesema, but anafaa aseme hata wale Wakenya wamekopa pesa kidogo, kuanzia 10,000 kwenda chini. Baba akisema 5 million ni pesa mingi kwetu. Mimi hata siwezi kufikia 5 million. 5 million ni wale wako na majumba wanajenga. Zao hata hawafai kusamehewa. Tunafaa kusamehewa sisi watu wa chini chini, wao wamekopa kuanzia 20 10 kuendelea chini. Unanielewa? Sababu hata wale wa coffee, wale wa kahawa, wale wanalima huko Murang'a na bali zingine Kenya, wao wanasamehewa after wamekosa nguvu ya kuilipa. Wao wanasamehewa. Tunafaa na sisi tunasamehewa watu wa pesa kidogo kidogo, wanakopesewa wakati wa coffee. Ninakuaga nani hiyo deni nalipwa na nani? Sasa unaona mimi ninaboga nilikopa wakati kulikuwa na pesa, nilikuwa na kibanda hapa walinibomolea. Na siilipi.
The suspension of negative listing from Kenya 3 CRBs Metropole, TransUnion and Credit Info International was meant to cushion distressed borrowers from the effects of the coronavirus pandemic. Workers who had tapped and secured loans on the strength of their salaries to purchase goods such as furniture and cars and for expenses like school fees have struggled to keep up with their repayments in the wake of retrenchments and pay cuts. The number of loan accounts negatively listed with CRB hit 14 million in January this year, underscoring the struggles Kenyans are having with their repayments. Blacklisted accounts jumped 45% in the 5 months between August and January after the Central Bank of Kenya lifted a 3-month listing moratorium. Data from CRB show that the number of loans accounts in arrears for more than 90 days had jumped to 14,035,718 Kenyan shillings by January this year, up from 9,673,258 Kenyan shillings in August 2020. The ratio of non-performing loans to total loans in the banking sector stood at 14% in June, down from 14.6% at the end of March, highlighting the economic recovery for households and businesses. David Kasembeli, Look Up TV, Nairobi.